Welcome everyone. Today's video is going to be all about Picsart. Now I had a request from this. Actually, one of my comments was asked me about whether Picsart is better than Canva, and I have to say I hadn't done a lot with Picsart before this question came up, so I thought I'd delve into it a little bit more and see what Picsart is all about. Very similar to Picsart, very similar to Canva, I should say. Picsart has a web-based thing here, and it also has a mobile app. I'll be doing the mobile app in a separate video, and I'll also, if people want to see it, I can do a comparison between Canva and Picsart and see which one is the best that way. So if you want to see a video like that, let me know in the comments and I will do that for you. Today I'm just going to be concentrating on Picsart and what it can do for you on the browser, and I say that I'll do another video on the mobile app at another time. So what you've got here at the bottom here is you've got the usual. If you're used to Canva, you'll have these buttons down here which gives you options of what you want to design for, and that will give you the right size that you need to make it show the best on your social media or on your YouTube or wherever it might be. So if you're doing YouTube, for example, you can click on this and then you get the option to have a profile picture, or cover. So you get these different options here that you can use. Now I personally I like this type of thing, that you don't have to think about what size you need to have. It's done it all for you. You don't have to go into the customize and you know, flick backwards and forwards between what you want to use. You can just click on it. So let's just say we want to create a cover for YouTube. So we'll click on that. It's basically the same for everything else. You click on it and it will give you the right size for whatever social media account you are using. And of course, it asks you if you want to do a free trial. There is an upgrade version of this, just like there is with Canva. But what I found was that there's slightly more restrictions on here in the free version than what you get on Canva, but I can do that in a comparison at another time. But automatically what it gives you is the right size for your YouTube cover art, and it also gives you some ideas down here, some templates that you can use if you want, if you're looking for something in particular, if you're looking for a new idea. It gives you some templates here. Now, as I said before, if it's got the crown symbol in the top corner, that means there's a premium template and you can't use that unless you upgrade to the paid version. So most of these, I have to say, are premium ones. There are ones like this, for example, which you can use, which is a free one. Let's load that up on there. So if you liked that kind of design, but obviously you would change the name and the text on here. If you like that kind of design, you can just use that. Copy the template across. You've got on the right here, you've got the layers. So this is the layer for this part of the writing. Then you've got this layer for this part of the writing. So you can change individual layers and things like that. And you also have a layer for the buttons at the top. Yep, we've got that. And a layer for the dots at the bottom, and then a back layer, which is the actual color itself. So it's quite good in that way. It separates out the layers quite easily down the right hand side. So that's quite good. But if you didn't want to do that, if you didn't want to have a template at all, you can undo it. But of course, I can't undo it on here. But what I will do is change. I'll change this by going back to the main one, and I'll start again from a blank. And this time I'm going to do something different. This time I'm going to go into Facebook. And here you've got, again, you've got all the different Facebook posts that you could possibly want to do. So I'm going to do a normal post. Go back into here again, close that down so it doesn't slow everything down. And again, the right size for your Facebook post is here, like that. Now, if you, for example, wanted to upload anything, you can do that here. You can upload images and fonts into your section here, and then you can drag it across or click on it and it'll appear, and then you can change the shape of it, whichever you want to do. As I say, then you've got the templates. Here you've got photos. So these are photos that are available on Picsart. As with Canva, obviously some of them are premium, some of them are free. Now I've noticed on here there's quite a lot of premium ones on here, not that many free ones. But you may find something. If you do a search, you can do a search at the top here. You may find something that you quite enjoy. But if you don't, then of course you may have to just import a picture yourself and go from there. If I just wrong button. If I just touch that, you can see it imports it into the screen, and then you can drag it as wide as you want it to be, and change the look of it, something like that. So you can click away and it's set in that area there. If you click on it, then you get these options up here. And these are different options that you can use to adjust the photo however you want to do it. So if you go into the effects, it will give you various different effects that you can add to the photo to make it look a little bit different. So if, for example, I wanted to change the sky, I can change it to something like that. So if I wasn't happy with those particular colors, I can change the sky. This is going a bit slow. My computer's been a bit slow today. There you go. You could change the sky to something like this if you didn't want it to be the original, or if you wanted to make it more of a starry sky, you can do that as well. It gives you a lot of options, but it keeps um, the basic colors, but it just adds other bits to it, which is quite good. I quite enjoy that kind of thing. If you've got a picture and you want to change the color, that's quite good. You've also got text here. Now the text on Canva has a lot more free options. These don't seem to have any free options on here, but you can still select a heading, and you can say I'm going to make it a holiday post. I can click on it. There we go. Oh, selected the wrong one there, so there you go. Click onto that layer, and I'll put that at the end. Oh, good, not working. That's better. So say I want to make this holiday picture like that. I can click on it, and I can change the font. It has a number of fonts here that I can change it to. So these are the fonts that are available. Not that many actually. It doesn't look like there are a few fonts here, but if you want to, you can go into some of the fonts here. There are quite a few that you can choose from, even like Chinese letters, Chinese and Arabic writing and things like that. There's quite a few that you can go into if you want to look at the fonts and stuff like that, and you can change them as and when you get the opportunity to do it. You can also improve the letter spacing. You can increase the letter spacing if you want to make the word longer or shorter. You can adjust the size. You can adjust the line height if you've got more than one line together, and you can do all different things: bold, italic, and underline, like you can with the usual stuff like that. You can also adjust the text styles, but these are all premium styles, so you can't actually use that on the free version. On the color, you can change the color. So I've got it black at the moment, but if I click on there, I can make it red using the color picker, or I can choose one of the main colors down here if I want it to be a different color, say purple, things like that. So that's quite good as well. You can also add a stroke, which is just an outline of the words like that. That's quite good if you want something to stand out a bit. You can also add a shadow. If you want it to stand out even more, it's better on this white background. You can see it really standing out, and you can change the opacity. You can change the blur size and things like this here, so it makes it different to cater to what your needs are. You can also go into the next tab, add some stickers. Again, quite a few of these are paid, but there are some few free ones on here that you can add if you really wanted to. Let's see if we can find a decent free one here. We'll use a 2022, shall we? So there you are. You can put 2022 on here. Put that just there. I'm just mucking around, so it's not going to be anything crazy fantastic. Put that in there. So you've got holiday 2022, and you can just add those things together, and that will appear on a separate layer to the rest of it. You also down here you've got elements, which are basically just things that you can add to it. So you can add squares, you can add symbols, you can add icons, you can add abstract shapes, organic shapes, anything you want. You just click on what you want, and it will add it, and then you can resize it. You can change the color of it. You could do all kinds of different things to it to make it stand out a bit better. So this is if you've used Canva, it's very similar to Canva in many ways. And at the bottom you've got batch. Now batch you can't use unless you have upgraded, but it just allows you to upscale, resize, crop and remove backgrounds and add watermarks on 50 items simultaneously. So if you've got a lot of pictures on here and you've decided you want to add a watermark, instead of going into each picture and adding a watermark, you can do it across all of them up to 50 images, but you have to be upgraded to use that system. And that's pretty much it in terms of what's available. That is yep, I'm going to close that down. Don't want to save the changes. And that is Picsart on the web browser. So that's it. If you want to see the mobile version, that will be coming out soon. I'll be doing a review of the mobile version, which is slightly different, but it's also quite good to do it on here if you don't like using it on the laptop, if you like the bigger size and things like that, then this is fantastic. There are, I think, slightly different options on the app version, but we'll go through those in a later video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you've used Picsart, if you prefer that to Canva, or Canva to this, or whatever, or if you've never used one before. Uh, Try using them both and see which one you think is easier, and let me know down in the comments what you think. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please do subscribe and click the bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.